Good morning student, let us start our science class. Yes, in previous class we have discussed about the diversity in living organism, that is the heading of the chapter, and we have discussed some of the kingdoms in that. What are the kingdoms already we have discussed? Yes, that is kingdom Monera we have discussed, upon that Protista kingdom, Mycota kingdom, that is a fungi, and next we discussed the kingdom Plantae. Yes, in last class we have completed whole plant kingdom. Kingdom Plantae we have completed. Now just will recall student what are the different points we have studied, or else the classification we have studied in the kingdom Plantae. Yes, we come to know that there are 3 cryptogamies, and upon that we got the phanerogams. Now we have in that class we have studied the difference of that one. Is the lower plants, that is organism itself, that is a lower plants that we come to know, that is the algae, it is called as thallophytes, and we have discussed the example and its characteristic. Next later is bryophyta, next pteridophyta. Next we come to know that out of these 3 there is the formation of spores, so it is called as cryptogams. Yes, later the seed or else the organism or else the plants which are giving seed, they are called as phanerogam. In that we come to know that there are 2 types, angiosperms and gymnosperms. We come to know angio means that is a flowering and cover seed, gymno means naked seeds. It's in that angiosperms, once again classification, monocot and dicot. We have studied the examples also in last class. So we have completed entire kingdom Plantae. In today's class we are going to study the last kingdom. The name of the kingdom is that is a kingdom Animalia. Write down the heading, that is a animal kingdom Animalia. Yes. Now tell me students, what are the characteristics of animals? Already we have discussed the characteristic of plants. In that we come to know that plants are having the unique character. So while comparing the plant character, how we can tell the, or else how we can write the characteristic of animals? Yes, tell me what is the first character, whether it is a unicellular or multicellular. Is animal kingdoms, all the animals are multicellular organism. What about the cell type? Cells are eukaryotic types of cells. Next, any other points is we don't have the cell wall. That is, the animals does not have any cell wall in the cell structure. Lacking of cell wall. Fungus are having the cell. Plant cells are having the cell, but the human cell or the animal cell, we does not have any cell wall in our cell structure. Any other point, whether we are the autotrophic or heterotropic? That is we are the human beings, or else all animals are depending directly or indirectly to the plants and other animals for our nutrition. So we are heterotropic organisms. Any other points? Yes, we can't do photosynthesis process, that is lack in our body. We don't have any chloroplast in our body. Come to know now. Any other points students? Whether we can move? Yes, plants are non-motile, but the human beings or else all the animals are moving. All the animals are moving except one organisms that we are going to study later. Okay, so we are moving organisms, or else all the animals comes under in animal kingdom. We are moving organisms. So how many points we got? Write down one by one. First one, multicellular organism. Write down in your book, multicellular organism. Second point we got is eukaryotic types of cells, lack of cell wall. Next, mobile organisms, or else we are moving. Yes, next. Any other? we are the heterotrophic organism. Animal kingdoms, all the animals are heterotrophic. There is no photosynthesis. Upon that, we lack the chloroplast in our cell structure. Next, we will see the classification or subgroups in this one. Okay, in animal kingdom also there will be a number of subgroups. We will discuss one by one. Yes. Before that, we have to know in what basis they are classified. Yes, by seeing the body design. They are classified, the scientists are classify the organelle subgroup the animal kingdom. Okay, in some extent it is. Yes. So, we will discuss one by one. So, the first group is Peripheral. Write down here the heading, first one, Peripheral. Yes. See, Peripheral means nothing but the organisms comes under in these groups are having the holes in their body or else the pores in their body. They have holes or pores in their body. Come to know how it will be then? Like a sponge it is. Just imagine how the sponges are. It is fully holes, no? So it has this holes. Same as that, the entire body of this Peripheral is having, they are having the pores or holes in their body. So I will show you some of the specimens. Do you know what is that specimen? Yeah, they are preserving. We are preserving the organisms for our study purpose in our laboratory by adding the chemicals like glycerol and all, or else glycerin, what we are saying, that is called as a specimen. So we will see first one. See, this is an example for Peripheral. See, one more examples I have. See, these are the example for Peripheral. Can you see? Yes? Yeah. Now, you have to see closely, you have to observe, carefully you have to observe, then only we can see the holes, okay, like sponge it is. Come to know, no? See? Yes. Now, tell me student, why they have spores in their body? Yes? We come to know that it is like a sponge structure, so it is commonly known as sponges. Write down here, first point, it is commonly known as sponges because it has holes or pores in their body. Pores or holes in their body. So it is called as what? Peripheral or sponges. That is a common name for that one. Yes. Next, we will discuss why it need, what is the importance of, what is the functions of holes in their body. Before that, these are the only the organisms comes under in kingdom Animalia, that is non-motile. One very important point, it is only one organism we can see in entire kingdom Animalia, that is a non-motile organism. Okay, this is a non-motile organism. Always these sponges or else these Peripheral organism are attached to the some solid support like a rocks or anything. So if it is a rock, it is going to attach over there. So it need a support, otherwise it can't live over there. So it is a non-motile. So once it is growing over there means it won't go to anywhere. It is not moving, no locomotion in that. So it is going to stand over there from till the birth to end. Okay, till the death it is standing over there because it is a non-motile organism. Keep it in your mind, only disease organism are non-motile in entire kingdom Animalia. Okay, so it needs the support. So we'll see where it is found. Always we can found these in a marine habitat. It needs salt water for their survival. So we can't see in the fresh water. So in sea, oceans we can see. Okay, just observe the diagram here student. We can see in this one. So the divers, they can feel or else they can observe closely because always it is attached to this one. Okay, yes. Next we will see how the body it will be see, always the body is covered with a hard outside layer or skeleton. You know that skeleton means what? Once again, no need of explaining that one. Always it is having the body covered with a hard outside layer. Okay, that is a point. One more point, write down here. Okay, the skeleton is present or else hard outside layer is present. Okay, always it is covered with hard outside layers. Come to know? Yes, otherwise if it is a sponges or holes are there, still it is very smooth, mean there will be a no shape to this one. So what it is, to maintain that one, it has a hard skeleton or else outer covering. Come to know? Next we will see what is the function of these holes. Actually, these holes are leads to the canal system. I will draw here and I will show student. See, it is a rock. This is a rock. There we can see these organisms. See, like this we can see the organism. This is a rock or any solid part present in under the sea. So here it is having the holes in their body. Full it is having the holes in their body. These holes are leads to the canal system. Okay, that canal systems are helping for the circulating water throughout the body. So through these holes, what happens? Water is circulating throughout the body. It can go out or else it can enter to the body. Come to know, along with this water, it can get food. Upon that, it can get the oxygen. That is the importance of that organism. It does not have a nose like us. Nostrils are not there. So through this hole only it is going to respire. Through this hole only it is going to get the nutrition. Come to know, the food and air, that is the oxygen, is getting from this, passing through these holes. Okay, so where it is present, we can see this in the marine habitat. Yes. Next we will see the examples. Examples for this one. First one we have set, that is the spongilla. We come to know how it is, spongilla. Look at the diagram here. See, this is a spongilla. Yes. Next one is a cycon. What I have shown here, that is a cycon. Observe the diagram, that this is a cycon, and one more is a euplectella. Euplectella. Yes. Euplectella, EA, okay. Yes. This is a euplectella. Just observe the diagram. Come to no. Yes. So we have completed entire Peripheral group. Next we will move to the next. Yes. Next we will move to the second group, that is a subgroup in Animalia kingdom, that is called as a Sealanta. Yes, it is also called as Cnidaria. Okay, so we will see what is the characteristic of this Sealanta. Yes, first point, do you know any example for Sealanta? Yes, I will say you one example, then only you can tell me you can frame the characteristics. So I will tell you first example, that is a hydra. Yes, this is example. Do you know hydra? One more example I will say you, that is a jellyfish. Jellyfish. Come across this one, jellyfish. Have you seen? Yes, we can see where beaches and all we can see this one. One more is there, that is a sea anemone. Have you seen this? Sea anemone. Yes. In Discovery Channel and all, you can observe these organisms in any other, okay, Animal Planet, etc. So these are the example. Now tell me, student, what are the characteristics of this one? Where it is found? Yes, hydra, we know that is a what? Aquatic organism. Jellyfish, aquatic organism. Upon that, this is aquatic organism. So tell me where we can see this? In water. That is the first point we got, in water. But only this hydra we can see in the fresh water, but these two we can see in the marine water. But the habitat is water itself. Next, how it is present? Sometime the organisms we can see in the colonies, in group. Some organism we can see in the solitary. Okay, so we can see both here. Sometime it is group. Some species of these Sealantrata, they are standing or else living together in colonies. Some species are what is solitary, singly they are living. Now we'll see why the name comes like Sealantrate, because it is having the cavities in the body. What is cavity? Yes, cavity is present or else cavity in the body. What is this cavity? We know that what is a cavity? We have different cavities in our body. Same as that, these organisms are having the cavity. So I will draw and show here. See, this is a structure of Hydra. Simply I am drawing one rough diagram. See, this is, just imagine this is a Hydra. Now this Hydra is having the cavity in his body. This is a cavity. So all the organisms comes under in these groups are having the cavities in their body. Come to know, no? So it is always having two layers of cells in their body. So here only we come to know that is one is outside layer of the body, one more is the inside. So always it is having two layers of cells in their body. It is having the cavities. Come to know, cavity is also present. Upon that it is having the two layers in their body. Yes. Next, it shows more body design differentiation. See, compared to this Peripheral, what we have studied earlier, compared to that one, it is shows, these organisms shows more body design differentiation. So, compared to that, it has a more body design. Okay, but not like us. But compared to the Peripheral, it is having the more designs. Okay, these all about the what is Sealantrate. What are the points? Lives in water, found in waters. Some are solitary, some are colonies, present in colonies. So more body design differentiation, cavities in the body. It has two layers of cells in their body, that is outer side, and one more is the inner lining of the body. Examples: Hydra, jellyfish and sea anemone. Just observe the diagrams. Hydra, how it is, and jellyfish, how it is, and sea anemone, how it is. Yes, if you are going to be just collect, if you are getting these organisms, Hydra we can't see because that is a microscopic one, but we can see in our naked eye, that is a jellyfish and sea anemone. Come to know, no? Yes. Yes, so we have completed two subgroups, that is a Peripheral and Sealantrata. Next we will move to the next subgroup, that is Platyhelmanthus. Platyhelmanthus. Just observe the spelling and write down Platyhelmanthus. Yes, do you know what it means? Platyhelmanthus. It is flat. It is flat like a paper. It is flat like a leaf. So the organisms present under these are flatworms. So it is also called as flatworms, means it is also called as, Platyhelmanthus, it is also called as flatworms. That is the first point, flatworms, because they are flat structure, they have the flat structures. Next we will see how the body is. See here, these are the triploblastic organism. Write down here, triploblastic. Triploblastic is what it means, triploblastic. In Sealantrata we come to know that there is a two layers in their body, but here we can see triple, that is a 3 layers in their body. Okay, in Sealantrata only 2 layers, here it has a 3 layers in their body. Come to know, no? Yes, that is the outer, middle and innermost layers of cells. Yes. Next, one more point here, if the organisms are always, it is bilaterally symmetrical. What it means bilaterally symmetrical? Yes, just imagine that. Student, if we are going to cut these organism into two pieces, like this, okay, like this we are going to cut, like this we are going to cut. So imagine, just we are going to cut, just imagine them, what a mirror image, or just imagine if you are going to cut the human beings only, just outer external parts we are saying. So we are getting one hand here, in one piece hand, we are getting here also, in both the piece we can get one hand. One eyes, half of nose, half of mouth, all those things, two legs for each, one each. Yes, same as that, if you are going to cut these organism, dorsoventrally you have to cut, like this you have to cut, but not like this. So dorsoventrally you have to cut, that time we can get two equal halves. So such organisms are called as bilaterally symmetrical. Come to know how you have to cut? Yes, so write down third point, that is bilaterally symmetrical, bilaterally symmetrical, okay. Let's come to know what it means, bilaterally symmetrical. Next, if you are going to see the what body differentiation, some degrees of tissue formation we can see in this. While compared to others, till now we didn't see any tissue formation. In this we can see some of tissue formation. Upon that, body forms more complex design compared to others in Peripheral and Sealanta. And here, some are living freely, free living they are, but some are parasitic. What it means parasitic means? They need a host body. Can you give any example? Yes. See, free living Platyhelmanthus is planaria. Do you know planaria? Microscopic one. So that is a planaria, it is a free living. But some other organism like tapeworm. Have you seen tapeworm? Yes, I will show you students tapeworm. See here. See, this is a tapeworm. Like a tape, it is very long, the body is very lengthier body. Yes, very lengthier body. See here, they coiled like this, folded like this. See this much lengthier it is. See, this is called as, see the shape, it is a very flat like a paper it is. Yes. See, this is a tapeworm. Where it is present? It is present in the cattle's, inside the cattle body, okay, in pig, in cow and all we can see this one. Okay, in many cattle's, in higher animals we can see this one. Inside that, actually that is a parasitic. Okay, but the planarias are not parasitic, they are free living. One more is there, that is a liver fluke. Do you know liver fluke? That is a flatworm itself, but it is present in the liver of some cattle, in pig. Okay, sometimes we can see those cattle or a pig meal. If it is affected one means that is it is flatworms are there means we can see the, if you are going to take the liver, we can see these worms coming out like this. Okay, very flat worms. It is that is a liver fluke. So observe the diagram here, that is a planaria, free living one, liver fluke, that is present in the liver. Upon that, actually that is a parasite. Tapeworm, that is also a parasite. So we have completed Platyhelmanthus. Yes, next we will move to the next. Yes, next we will move to the fourth subgroup, that is a Nematoda. It is also called as, like Platyhelmanthus, it is also called as Nematohelmanthus. Okay, that is a Nematoda or Nematohelmanthus. Next we will see the characteristic how it will be. Have you seen a roundworm or else pinworm? Do you know what is that roundworm? Yes, it is present in our intestine. So we are getting the tablets to kill or else to overcome that problems. We know that that is a albendazole tablets we are getting. Actually, it is very dangerous. What it is doing, it is going to absorb the nutrients, or else what is present in our intestine, it is going to absorb all those things. It is present in our digestive tract. So if it is present in our digestive tract, then it will be very dangerous to us. Okay, in olden days it is very big problems to that young children, so that is in small infant or else in in child, it is very a dangerous problem that time. Nowadays what happened, because of the discovery of medicines, so nowadays it is not that much big headache, but still it is there. So periodically in 6 months we are getting the tablets for that one in schools, and they are supplying, government itself it is supplying. Yes, so that is the round worms, or that is the pinworms, are the examples for this nematoda. Now tell me student, what will be the characteristic of this? Is how the body is cylindrical body, dundu dundagirtade. In Kannada we are saying dundu dundu, it is dundu hula, because that jantu hula or as dundu hula. See here, compared to the platyhelmanthus are the flat body, but here it is having the cylindrical body, but it is a bilaterally symmetrical and triploblastic organism. So we will see the specimen of this round worm. See, compared to the tapeworm, it is, see, just observe this one diagram. See the specimen here, compared to this one, this is round worm is round, this is very flat body. So you have to compare both and write down the characteristic. So it is also called as round worms or spin worms. Do you know what is the name of that one, or scientific name? In biology we are not calling that is a round worm, we are calling Ascaris. Ascaris, it is a scientific name is Ascaris lumbricoid. Yes, so one more this nematode is there, that is a pilarial worm. Do you know any pilarial worm? That is, the scientific name of that is Wuchereria. Wuchereria, species name is Brancofti. So Wuchereria brancofti. So that is you are going to study in your higher classes. Just I said the name. See here, these pilarial worms, what it is doing? These Wuchererias are giving the disease, very dangerous it is, that is elephantiasis or else filariasis disease. Anakalu roga we are saying. See how it will be, the legs will become like a leg of the elephant. Same as that, not only for the leg, we can get in the hand also. Okay, very dangerous. So nowadays our government started to supply the medicines to overcome this one. Before only we are getting the medicines to overcome these problems. Okay, next we will see the characteristic. This is a bilaterally symmetrical, upon that cylindrical body, upon that it is a triploblastic. Write down these three. But here all the organisms comes under in these nematodes are the parasitic one. What? Parasitic. Okay, in Platyhelmanthus we come to both are there, free living organisms also there, like a planaria, but the parasitic like liverworm and tapeworm. But here all the organisms are parasitic. If you are going to see the round worm, pinworm, upon that pilarial worm. Pilarial worm is very microscopic one, round worm and all we can see. Okay, these are the example for this one. But in this nematode, one special character is there are the tissues are present in their body. Not like us, but small tissue formations are there. But there is no any real organs. No real organs, but there is a tissues in their body. Okay, in Platyhelmanthus we come to know some degree of tissue formation, but here compared to that some more we can see more tissue formation, but there is no real organs. So we will list out the characteristics. One, bilaterally symmetrical, triploblastic, cylindrical body, there are tissue formation but no real organs, all are parasitic. Example, pilarial worm, roundworm and pinworm. Okay, yes, so we'll recall what we have studied today. Okay, first we have discussed the characteristic of animal kingdom. Next subgroups we have studied. First one, Peripheral. They are attached to the rock or any solid support. They are only the organisms are non-motile. They have the holes or poles in their body that is helpful for the circulation of water. Because of that they are getting the food and oxygen. Marine habitat. And we have studied it is also called as sponges. It have the hard outside layers that are skeleton. Example, Euplectella, Cycon and Spongilla. Next we discussed the coelenterate. In that they are fresh water or else marine water, but the water is its habitat. We can see in colonies or solitary. More body design differentiations is there, body cavity is there, body is made by two layers of layers of cell. Example, hydra, jellyfish, sea anemone. Next we studied Platyhelmanthus, just we discussed. Flatworm it is, triploblastic, bilaterally symmetrical, some formation of tissue formation, complex body design, free living, upon that parasitic, planaria free living, liver fluke and tapeworms are the parasitic. Next we discussed nematode, Nematohelmanthus, bilaterally symmetrical, triploblastic, cylindrical body, this tissue formation, but there is no real organs are present. All are parasitic. Example, pyralial worm and roundworm. Okay, write down the questions. Compare the characteristic of Platyhelmanthus and Nematohelmanthus or else Nematoda. Yes. Write down the examples for Peripheral. Name the animals which is non-motile. Okay, so any examples you can write down. Last question, write down the functions of holes or pores present in the Peripheral. Thank you, students.